got to do with the distance, and people are upset about it. Okay, I've got everything ready for my half marathon, except I don't have my half marathon vest, my tank top that would come with the half marathon, a Saucony tank top, because I pressed give to charity accidentally. I'm happy to give to charity, but I really wanted that tank top. So be it. It's all good. Giving to charity is good, so I'm here for the run, not for the shirt, but I would have loved that shirt, but I accept that. That's all good. Here it is, ready to go. I am excited. Atlas, what do you think? What do you want to say? What do you think about half marathons?
Half marathons sound great.
Does
my picture look cool?
Let's see. No, Atlas, it doesn't look cool. It looks very cool. I love you, my boy. It's very cool. So tell us what it is.
It's a truck that can transform into a robot.
Very cool. Let's see. Your hands in the way.
There's a V8 engine over here.
Oh, nice.
This is over here with the bonnet.
Yeah, I like you have a side view and a front view. It's very cool.
Here's the bonnet.
I like all the details. Good job, my boy. My engineer. Are you going to run any half marathons when you grow up?
I need to train for half marathons.
Can you run them together with me? Please?
Sure, I will run them together.
I would love that very much.
今天温度是蛮适合破 PB 的选手，那先预祝各位成绩突飞猛進，破 PB， 加油！
大家加油啊！一起来破 PB。
是，然后个人非常看好的一位年轻优秀的
Okay, I just finished the Kaohsiung half marathon. It was a fantastic race. Really enjoyed it. A lot of people. The start was so incredibly congested. I had to weave like crazy to try and get into a good pace. Once I broke through the chaos at the beginning, I wish I was far further forward, but the MRT was nuts. That's a whole story unto itself. I'll speak about that later. It was nuts. The race itself was good. I broke 140, so 138, 139 on my watch. But officially, I think I'm 1 hour 40. I have to see exactly what my official time was. But I felt as though it was a good run, a good confidence boost. I know I can do better. I know that, I can break 130 now. I feel confident that I can do that. Fun race. I feel good. No injury. I feel strong. It was great. So my heart rate monitor lost connection, so I don't have any heart rate data. But at least I have every other kind of data. So we'll see. I will get my official time, get back to the hotel, and think about it. The Saucony, can you see them? They're down there. Did a great job. All right. Okay, so today is Tuesday, 2 days after the Kaohsiung Marathon, and I've had some time to think about my performance and some controversy around the marathon. So when I finished, my Chorus, my Chorus strap, my watch, said that I'd run 21.7 kilometers, and at the beginning of the race I had to do a lot of weaving. So I'll go through the race bit by bit later on, but I thought at the end, wow, I did a lot of weaving, maybe GPS issues. So I finished. This car's pushing in. This car's cutting in. So I finished having done 21.7 kilometers. Okay, so I didn't think too much of it, and my official time was 1 hour 40 and 12 seconds, I think. 1 hour 40 and 12 seconds was my official time. But according to my watch, my half marathon was 1:36. I'd finished the half marathon 1:36:40 something. So, and I was looking at my pace. Okay, so let's go through the race, and I'll get to the controversy. The controversy is just, you have to hang on for the controversy, because that comes at the end, and it's got to do with the distance, and people are upset about it, and I'll tell you how I feel about it. But okay, so day of race morning, I woke up, I had all my gear ready to go. My family was sleeping in the hotel next to me, so I got up and got dressed and got ready quietly, had some peanut butter sandwiches and had my electrolytes, got hydrated, got ready, And one of the only ways to get to the Kaohsiung Marathon was by MRT. So I walked, took a pretty brisk walk from the hotel to the MRT station, the red line, and as soon as I went down the escalator, tons of runners everywhere. I'm like, okay, that's cool. Quite a cool feeling seeing all the runners early in the morning. It's like 4:45 or something in the morning. Seeing all these runners. I'll let this guy in. This guy wants to come in, but he's being nice, so I'll just let him in. So it was nice to see all the runners early in the morning. Got on the train, I was like, oh my goodness, the train was completely jam-packed. So I had to squeeze on the train, barely able to squeeze on the train. And then I was thinking, wait a minute, there's like 3 more stops before we get to our stop. How are people going to get on the train? Go to the next stop, and there were more people than our stop, and they all squeezed on. I'm going to spare you the details of how I was squeezed together with. I'll spare you the details, but it was contortion. It was body parts on body parts. I was holding my bag behind my back, and there was this girl in front of me that was squeezed on me, and this guy behind me, and just the people all around me, and we were completely squeezed together. I never knew so many people could fit on an MRT. So now we get to the next stop, and all of us are, there's no way more people can fit on this train. There's just no way. There's no way. And the doors are open, and it's completely full. As the doors open, you kind of have a bit of relief. You kind of burst out from the doors, and people still manage to squeeze in. And we're like, groaning. We are just all stuck together, just a mass of humanity stuck together, jammed together, and it happened twice. So I couldn't believe how many people were jammed in that MRT. It was ridiculous. It was like some kind of stunt, or when it didn't seem real. Okay, so that was the start, the MRT. Got to the race, and I misremembered the time. I thought everything was half an hour later. I thought the half marathon started at 6:30, 6 o'clock. So I had to get there, I had to do all the stuff, check in my bags, go to the toilet, warm up. By the time everything was done and I got to the starting line, I didn't have that much time, and I wasn't able to get to my pin, because I was in the pin to finish sub 145, but I couldn't even find the pin. So there were so many people, it was so crowded, just people everywhere. I couldn't see where the pin was to begin with. I just needed to get into line, get to the start. So I went as far to the front as I could while not being a dick. I probably should have cut, in retrospect, I should have cut in line. Not cut in line, that's the wrong thing to say. I should have cut myself into the appropriate place for me to start at. Because I just went to the back and I went as far forward as I could, because I couldn't see my starting pin. It's probably there somewhere in the chaos, but I couldn't see it. So I got to the best position I could, which was very far back. And before I knew it, first of all, I felt happy. The atmosphere was great. All those people standing there, it felt great. Okay, but then before I knew it, countdown, boom, the gun has gone off and the race is starting. And I was so concerned because it was slow. There was so much congestion and the people were running so slowly. So I eventually got past the line, and there's just people everywhere, and they're going way too slowly. The pace was terribly slow, and I'm going for a PB. I don't want to be going this slowly. So, excuse the indicator sound. Let me just pause this. This is to be continued after the indicator sound stops. Okay, to be continued. Okay, indicators, I have turned. Indicator is now off. Oh, wait, I have to turn again. Okay, to be continued. Okay, that's the last time I have to turn for a while. Yeah, so so I'm running and I'm stuck behind a bunch of people. I'm going way too slow. I want to go for a PB, but I'm stuck, and I love the crowds. I love all the people running. I love runners. Whatever your pace, whatever your level, it's fantastic. But I needed to be in a position that's more appropriate to my speed, and I wasn't. So I had to weave and get past and jump around. It was so difficult to weave my way out of the congestion because I was so badly stuck. And if you look at my splits say it all. You look at my first kilometer, how slow it was. I don't know, it's like a 5:15 or even slower pace as I'm trying to get out of the congestion, as I'm trying to weave my way to freedom. And the second kilometer is also slow. Somewhere halfway through the second kilometer I managed to get out, and boom, the third kilometer I am free. So the first 2 kilometers cost me quite a bit of time because I was stuck in the congestion, which was a little bit frustrating, but I got free, and then after I got free I felt great. The run was wonderful, the vibes were great, the city is stunning. I love running in Kaohsiung. It's such a beautiful city to run in. Running up the bridges, getting to a point where with the sun rising, you see the 85 building in the distance. Beautiful, just a beautiful city to run in. I loved the route, I loved the roads. I loved running up and down the bridges. I even loved that, I loved it all. So I loved running through the city of Kaohsiung. The drink stops were a little bit chaotic, and I wasn't always sure where the water was and where the energy drink was, because I didn't want the energy drink. So I had my own gels, and I even had a effervescent that I chewed. I did chew. I lost one because I had my shocks open run on, and I was listening to music, which helped me a lot. The music, the 180 beats per minute, like dance music with like running lyrics, run, you know, feel your stride, blah blah blah. That actually helps a lot, and I had that on. But at one point, the music stopped in my pouch, so I grabbed my phone out, and as I did, one of my little tiny Ziploc bags with the effervescent in, because I can't bring the water, so I brought the little effervescent hydration tabs that I broke into pieces, which I downed. Then I get to the water station and I chug it with the water, so I was able to get one of those down. They were a caffeinated one, so it was important because I had 2 of those caffeinated and 1 caffeinated gel. So I lost one of them, so I only had 1 caffeine effervescent hydration and then 1 crazy caffeine gel. But I wanted to down it with water, not with energy drink, and sometimes I got the energy drink instead of the water, and it's all sticky, and as I down it with the folded cup, some of it messes on me, which would be less of a problem if it were water. So one little thing I wish were more clear, where the water is and where the energy drink is at the water station. And it seemed, I think at some of the stations we shared with the marathoners, which is great, but I heard word that in previous years that wasn't the case, which made it a bit more manageable. So this is my first time running Kaohsiung Marathon, so I can't comment on it too much. It was a little bit chaotic, but it was fine. The people there were very, very nice. They were very, very helpful. The crowds, the volunteers, all of the people were lovely. They were really lovely. So all of that was great. So the run went great, and to make up for that slow first 1.5 kilometers, I picked up my pace, and I was maintaining a very good pace. And I knew at the 15k mark, I knew that I was on track to. Let me just park the car. Okay, the car is parked. Okay, so I was on track to. I knew at the 15k mark that I was on track to do a sub. Let me pick this up. To do a sub 90-minute run. A sub 100-minute run. And my PB from training was 105 minutes, so 1 hour 40 minutes. I knew I was on track to do a sub 140. And then I kept my pace at that pace to ensure that I get that goal. So I felt great going on, and my legs felt good. I didn't feel any niggles. The taper worked brilliantly. I felt great. But I think at around the 20k mark, they stopped us for traffic for like 20 seconds. I couldn't believe it. They stopped us. And I was very annoyed by that. They just stopped us, and we're just waiting, and we want to go. It's like we're at the 20k mark, we're running for a PB, and we've been stopped. So that was very annoying. And then I kept running and running and running, and I knew that this was the last K. If you look at my splits, the last 3 kilometers were my fastest kilometers. And I got to that last K, and I pushed and pushed and pushed, knowing I'm going to break 100 minutes easily. I knew that I was comfortably going to break 100 minutes. But then it just seemed to keep going on and on and on. I'm like, but the distance I should be at the end. And I kept going and kept going, and eventually I got to the end, and the time was 1:40:12. That's the official time. But my watch said that I had run, as I said at the beginning of the video, 21.7. So I just thought, okay, GPS, my watch, weaving, is what it is. And I didn't think too much more of it at the time. I still felt that I did a good job. I gave it a good run. Disappointed that it was not under 100 minutes, but happy overall. And then went home, checked Strava, and you know, on Strava, all the other guys that run similar times at the same location to you, they like pop up into an automatic group. And I looked at a bunch of these guys in the group, and all of their GPSs like a similar time, 500 meters too long. And I checked a couple of guys. I don't have many people that I don't have many running friends, unfortunately. I wish I had more. But the few people that like follow me and I follow on Strava, a couple of them did the run. I checked their accounts too. Same deal, 500 meters more. I'm like, okay, everyone is logging on Strava a distance 500 meters longer than the half marathon distance. What's going on? And then I realized that we normally finish in the athletic stadium from which we started, but we didn't start in the stadium, nor did we finish in the stadium. We actually started and finished outside the stadium because of renovations happening in the stadium. So then a friend and I were talking, and it occurred to us that maybe because of the renovations, they miscalculated the distance, or they double counted something. And you know, the last leg that they added or changed turns out to be 500 meters longer. And then I saw today an article on Yahoo Sports, people complaining because everyone recorded the same thing, 500 meters too long. And people complaining that they get a time that doesn't represent the distance that they run. And you know, people just missing, like they're trying to break a certain time, like 100 minutes, or trying to break 90 minutes, and you get told that you ran a slower time than you really did. So like when it comes to these kinds of races, I'll never look at my Coros time or my Strava time as my official time. But since it seems that they did indeed overcount or overmeasure the distance of this marathon by 500 meters, I think my Strava time, it's fair for me to say my Strava time is my correct time, and I broke 1:37. I ran faster than 97 minutes, which is a massive PB for me. So I'm very happy. I'm very happy with that. We'll see how Kaohsiung Marathon organizers respond to this 500 meter over measurement situation. So yeah, the traffic stop was also very, very unfortunate. But otherwise, great vibes, beautiful city, all of the runners, all the volunteers, all of the people, the wheelchair, disabled runners, everyone running. I love all of these guys. I love all of you guys, every single runner. You guys are all amazing. I just think that we all deserve to get the true fair recognition for our effort, our hard work. People come from far away to get an accurate reflection of their run. And I hope the distance is accurate, whatever it may be. If I'm wrong and the distance is correct, that's fine. I just want it to be fair. I want it to be accurate. Because we love running, we love going for our personal best, and we just want it to be fair and accurate. And all of the runners that I saw there on the roads, I love all of you guys. You're amazing. Beautiful city, beautiful people, beautiful volunteers, great vibe. So there's a lot of positive things to say about the marathon. And yeah, I'm very happy. I have another half marathon early March, and we'll see what I can do. Tainan half marathon. Well, that's it. Okay. Kaohsiung half marathon. Done.